Hello. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I legitimately just woke up, so it really does feel like morning. Hello. Hi. Iduna, Jacon, Milky. Who else did I see there? Saturn? Saturn? Do. Yeah, Saturn. Hello, everyone. I sound so sleepy, yeah. I force myself to go either chill on the couch. Good afternoon, son. Chill on the couch or go sit in a bed as a way to force myself to get away from the computers. So laying down isn't as good as standing up and moving around, but at least this way, I'm not staying in the same position and wrecking my back or whatever. But that does occasionally mean that I end up falling asleep, especially if the cats are with me, because sleeping cats have some kind of magical power. Hi. I was just talking about you. And yeah, so I chilled at 11, 15, something like that. And I'm like, I don't need to set an alarm. I'm fine. I'm not actually sleepy. And then the magic of cats, and I wake up and I'm like, I definitely fell asleep. It's definitely past stream time. And I'm like, do I cancel stream? Do I get up? What do I do? And eventually I managed to get myself to sit up, and I'm like, okay, I'll stream. Hello, Art. I was just explaining the cats put me to sleep because I lay down to chill with them. So, as part of that, since I didn't eat before stream like I usually do, I apologize. I've got half a freshly roasted sweet potato. I did meal prep this morning for the week. ASMR DD eating. Some folks on stream, some of the Moonbeams are chill with it. And they're like, usually I don't like hearing people eat, but it's what can't you do? Others are like, please mute. So I need to announce in advance. But yes, I'm very eepy. You're not people. You also like sweet potatoes, don't you? If I remember right. Ooh. I wish this had smell-o-vision. Or I could quickly set up my webcam, because the orange, I just sliced open the sweet potato after I baked it. It is the perfect shade of orange inside. I did a good job, even though, the air fryer did all the work. I'm making you hungry? Go eat! I wonder what you should eat today. Did you, have you tried making your Chinese-inspired dish yet that you bought the ingredients for? Can't working? You can't work and eat at the same time? Damn. Literally, people who don't have desk jobs, or have a desk job, but you have to be on the phone most of the time, I feel you. You had pancakes? Ooh. I haven't used it yet, but I bought one of those, mini pancake makers. Iduna, that brand of, little, egg bite maker we both have? They made a pancake version of that. So I have that one now as well. I think they also did a waffle one, but I decided to just get the pancake one. So I have like instant pancake mix in the cupboard that I got months ago, and I just have not forced myself to open up the new kitchen gadget and use it yet. Do they have a waffle one too? I'm pretty sure they do. I got it at the Walmart. Where like the one that was close to where I used to work. So I'm sure the Walmarts in the other parts of the city have it as well, but this was months ago. Not sure how the stock has changed, but yeah. This fish is going to have so many waffles. All the waffles! Fish can't even spell waffles. The fish was too excited about waffles. And then problems happened. Man, I'm so glad I thought to look for an egg bite maker, because I was like walking 20 minutes to the Starbucks, and then at one point the bag that had like my egg bites in it, it fell apart, and so they fell onto the sidewalk. And so after all that walking, I didn't even get my lunch. And I think after that, that's what inspired me to be like, how do I make my own like egg bites? Like, if you want to do the sous vide version, like, you need a bunch of extra equipment, but like Google was like, you can buy this $12 thing on Amazon, and I'm like, oh, done. That's such a cute moment. Actually, you know, like that crazy moment when you've been so looking forward to a food and like something happens that you can't eat it, and you're like debating with yourself. I'm like, should I just eat it anyway? I know it's been on the ground and there's like stuff on it now, but like, should I just YOLO? I never do, but God. The one other time that happened that was super depressing is I had went for Thai food. And it, of course, like, they're big dishes. So I got the rest of the, I think it was pho I got. It was pho or some other noodle dish to go. And I had gotten the food with Papa Melis, and I was trying to grab all my stuff. And like, for some reason, I let him talk me into putting it in like the back with like the rest of my stuff. And like, he's like trying to hustle me out of the car and like get all this stuff, and in the midst of me grabbing stuff, he tried to grab something too. He knocked my arm, and noodles all over the inside of the car. It was like, I'm like, I'm gonna kill you, sir. It's like, this is what happens when you're rushing. I'm like, you're the one rushing me! And like, I scooped it all back into the container because I'm like, I'll deal with this inside. And part of me's like, do I want to just like try and salvage whatever there is? And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. And then, oh my God, now that there was one other similar instance to that. I had made, this was before, you know, Instapots and stuff were a thing, and the only equivalent you would have would be like a slow cooker. Train got delayed. This is back when I lived in like the GTA, like the Greater Toronto area. And train got delayed, and so the parents were out of town on vacation. So by the time I got home, too much water had evaporated and it cracked the glass of the lid. And like, I can smell the food. The food finished cooking and everything, and I'm like, oh yay! Like, because I made chicken to go with like Asiago chicken bow ties, because that was like my addiction at that point. And I look at the lid and I'm like, I don't remember it having this pattern. And like, you know, the second I, like, touched the handle, it all shattered into the food. And I'm like, well, it smells absolutely delicious, but there's no getting glass out of this. I'm not gonna Final Destination myself. And then Papa Melons got mad at me after. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's not my fault the train got delayed, especially since a lot of the time, the reason those commuter trains in Toronto get delayed is because someone threw themselves onto the tracks. So I'm like, literally, I'm like, it's a sad day for that person's family. It's a sad day for me. Why are you mad at me? He got mad at me once when I went on a walk on a windy day, and like as I was locking up the house, the wind, it was really windy. The wind caught the was it like the storm door, I guess it's technically called, and broke it. And I'm like, why are you acting like I did this on purpose? Final Destination mentioned I'm now afraid to go outside. Iduna can attest to this. The elder millennial fear of like driving behind any kind of truck that has logs or steel rebar or anything in the back. The log truck, literally, yeah. Literally, everyone goes around it. I've seen TikToks making fun of, like, Gen Z folks making fun of all the people going around the truck, and they're like, why do you do that? That's so weird. And then everyone in the comments is like, young baby spotted. They never saw a Final Destination. Oh my god, I saw that one. I saw, like, someone talking about the trailer, like, what was it? Glass broke in an ice bucket or something like that, and someone still, like, they didn't clean the glass out, they didn't, like, empty out the ice bucket or, like, whatever. So, like, they end up eating ice, and then, like, what was it? And then, like, something crazy ended up happening, and, like, it wasn't the ice that killed them, it was, like, being some elephant stampede or something like that. It was so weird. While me and my friends were on a trip to the concert, we kept seeing trucks with very unfortunate circumstances. Oh, God. Yeah, Papa Melis once, I think it was an oven. It was an oven or whatever, and, like, it was a pickup, like, back when we had a pickup truck. And he's on his, like, he's driving it to the dump because he's like, I'm not gonna pay for, like, the garbage people to come get it. And as he's driving away, I don't even know if he had it strapped down, to be honest. As he's driving away, I look out the window and, like, I see the fridge or the oven or whatever it is. It's like doing a little dance, like going back and forth side to side as he's like backing out of the driveway and like turning to like go down the street. And I'm like, that's not gonna make it. And sure enough, he tries to turn a corner somewhere and it falls out of the truck right into the middle of an intersection. And he tells me this after, and I'm like, did you clean it up? And he's like, well, I'm like, you didn't clean it up. He's like, well, I was going to, but then someone drove right through it, and I'm like, well, never mind. Some trailers on both sides while you were in the middle. Oh my god, yeah. That would have been the end of me. Like, out of all those situations, technically the fridge not being strapped properly is the most dangerous one. Because in a perfect world, when they are putting all those big loads, they know what can happen. So if they actually do their job properly, you'll be fine. When you can look and see that they did a shitty job, it's like, yeah, no, we are in danger. It is not safe here. Moral of the story, I understand you want to save money, blah, 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 blah. But if you have big furniture to get rid of, just call the city dump like you're supposed to. Though, especially in this economy, it's tempting to like DIY it, but it's like, don't. We're all too stupid to be able to DIY most of the time. Oh, like the 3 straps? Yeah. Ideally, there was straps at the bottom as well that would have helped hook it to the truck bed that you couldn't see, but who knows? Oh yeah, I mean, it's like, since Papa Melis was an engineer and I do it in Sulphur, I learned how to do a lot of things, but like some of them I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea to do XYZ, so I am not gonna. God, now that Iduna's here, that's reminded me the one time, because I had a big standing air conditioner way back in the day that broke. And I was in a 3-story building without an elevator. And I was talking to Iduna, and her partner, Ace, was in the room. And I was talking about how I was proud I managed to get it down the flights of stairs. And Ace got so mad at me. I'm like, oh! And Iduna's like, he's just worried you would have hurt yourself. And he's mad you didn't ask. I'm like, oh! I'm like, that's really sweet. I think the reason I did it was because that was when he was still working nights, and I would have felt bad to ask him to like come during like the day or like on one of his rest days to do it. That's my excuse. I was like, oh, oops. At least now I have elevators. It's easier. So funny though, because yeah, Ace helped bring, he and Iduna were getting rid of a table, so he helped to bring it. And he's like, I'll put it wherever you want because it's really heavy. And then after he leaves, I changed my mind about where I wanted it. I'm like, oh, like it's fine. It's not that heavy. Oh, it's heavy. Nearly dropped it on my foot at some point. I'm like, well, shit. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I didn't think it was that heavy. I didn't think it was that heavy. I originally just tried to drag it, but it wouldn't fit through the door unless I turned it. So I tried to like tilt it and like, well. A bad time to talk about the time I was trying to build the desk and like I fell over the desk trying to like turn it over. Oh, I'm crying from laughter, but also fear because Iduna's gonna kick my ass. on its own or something like that. And like when I went to try and turn it, I lost grip and I'm like, oh, right, yeah, because I was trying to turn it upside down to finish something. And as I started turning it, I felt myself starting to lose control. And I'm like, well, either I drop this and like potentially like hurt myself, break the desk, damage the floor, or I just go with it and I do like a safety roll. Like how you're supposed to do when you fall. See, all of the above. All of the above. The desk actually did stop on its way to be flipped because it bumped into some other piece of furniture, so it's like, hey, it was fine. I'm a menace to myself. I'm keep going, like, I'm fine. How long did it take to build, though? An hour-ish, I think? One of those kits from Amazon? Surprisingly a good kit, too. I'm still using that desk. Has it fallen apart or anything like that? Was just some incredibly bad luck because I also, like, I built, what is it? I built my TV stand by myself too, and that one was fine. That one, no crazy DD antics happened with that one. So sometimes it's hit or miss. You know, it is what it is. I swear, since I started streaming, I became a little more clumsy. Occasionally, but otherwise, we good. It's an IRL 50-50. Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god, I'm still like crying from laughter. Alright, come on, let's try and get the game going. Then we can laugh at a frickin' Steel Samurai and stuff. What game is it today? We're doing Ace Attorney Investigations today. Because we're on the last case of the game, so... Oh yeah, Idun, I gave her the right part. I think you did. I think you did. I had a good laugh though, cause so the Steel Samurais in this case, as well as the Pink Princess, and a new addition to the Samurai clan, the Iron Infant. And I was here yesterday, like, the Iron Infant sounds like a character in Berserk. These are some titles? Oh, yeah. Alright, here we go. But yeah, I was like, wow, the Iron Infant. Sounds like if Gus and Casca had actually had a child that hadn't been, like, horrible demon baby because of stuff that happened. Good old Berserk. I remember watching Berserk for the first time. Iduna invited me over. You don't like that series? It was hit or miss. Iduna and her partner Ace really loved it, and Iduna made me come over to watch it. But she wanted to do an all-nighter, so I'm like falling asleep as everyone's dying, and she keeps waking me up. I'm like, my favorite character's already dead, just let me sleep. I'm so sorry about you too. I made DVD suffer. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. God, I had like your electric blanket or something and I was crying. And I think you told me, like, please don't cry on the blanket. It's expensive. I'm like, wow. Okay, thanks. To be fair, we were both sleep deprived and cranky at that point, but yeah, that was so funny in hindsight. I'm like, did you? Ah, it happens. It was funny though. I make jokes, but I tamed this girl. She was a wild child, grumpy, anger-driven, angsty teen, and then I just totally mellowed her out. Tamed is a word. She was a wild child, okay? It was appropriate. I was an insufferable little shit. We loved you for it. Oh my god, right. I had to double check, but Judo was voiced by Akira Ishida in the old anime and then Yuki Kaji in the new ones. God damn it. You brought my favorite voice actors in and then you killed my boy. No, you're simply just a bimbo little shit. You are so cute, though. You are so cute. Ace won big. Ace won big. These... Okay. Ace and Iduna, I will only say this about their relationship. They were literally high school sweethearts that, like, actually made it. Like, not, like, you know, weird. Like, sometimes you hear about the high school sweethearts who get married, and it's just, like, a weird, toxic thing. And you're like, you guys are literally just together because you've never dated anyone else. No, these guys are actually good. They are actually good and healthy. So, yeah, they won it big. 18th anniversary, 8th wedding. Yep. Crazy. Wedding? Oh, yeah. She married. I just say partner because it's not my place to reveal that kind of personal information, but yes. I was the maid of honor. And I made everyone cry with my speech. I had Ace's freaking relatives coming up to me after the wedding, and they're like, I've never cried at a wedding, but I cried when you were reading your speech. Yeah, I even got special food because of my dietary restrictions, and Iduna's sister was like, can we trade? I'm like, no. It was something like, mew mew, mew 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 mew. Oh, yeah. You haven't gotten to Mem in Honkai Star Rail yet, Iduna, but yeah, I accidentally turned into Little Pink Mem while playing Deltarune last week. Me, 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 meow, meow. Accidentally. Hee. Alright, where was the save? There we go. Fire, fire, light the fire. It's just a big word for you? It's a big word for me too. I'm old. Everyone I know is married now, and I'm here like... okay. I just got my life together after finally getting medication. Why don't we take a look at it first before we give up, Detective? I mean, like, yeah, in this day and age, it takes time, and it's also harder to get out and meet people if you don't want to use a dating app, especially if you're LGBTQ like me. Because it's not even because, you know, straight people, you've got 1,000,001 things. You can go take lessons to meet people. You can go to, like, bar. You can go to, like, whatever. Gay people, it's like, yeah, I met this random person. I have no idea if they're straight or not. Statistically speaking, yeah. What is this? Mr. Coach's name is written here on the last page. Well, where's page 2? I see 1 of 3, 3 of 3. Is it double-sided? You only reached 2 decades. A baby. I'm kidding, though. We've got actual minors who come in the chat now, but you can file taxes now. That's crazy. I mean, as soon as you started university, you were supposed to. What? Yeah, Milky said he's a minor. They're a minor, so. Congrats, yeah. You'll get the most back from your taxes while you were a student because of, at least that's how it worked here in Canada, because there's a lot of deductions. Then you become a working adult, and it will be a freaking miracle if your return is ever over $50. Mama Melis, since she files her taxes, she always tells me what the software says my return will be, and she's like, you get $150. I'm like, ooh, that's actually big money this time. Nice. You owe this year? No! Oh, man. Yeah, I have to sit down and actually do it. Because I asked Mama Melis, I'm like, how do you want me to do it? Because it used to be I would just send it to her work email or, like, whatever. And she's like, I need this, this, and this. And, like, probably the best way is you take a picture, but you, like, black out, like, your social security number and stuff. And I'm like, extra work. I will get to this before I become a fugitive. Oh, yeah, that's true. At some point, I need to learn how to do it, because Mama Melis is just gonna get older, and next thing you know, she's not even gonna be able to do her own taxes. So, and I'm gonna have to help figure that out. Parents getting old. We're gonna be big girls and do our taxes together. Look at us. That is the most domestic shit. Iduna's married. Not to me, though. But boy, can it sometimes look like it from the outside. I am a galactic mermaid as an excuse to avoid them, if only, huh? They're like, nah, you want to be in human society, you play by our rules. You always use TurboTax too? For sure, yeah. I mean, I know it's not that complicated, but since Mama Melis is an accountant and she was doing the taxes for, like, everyone else in the family anyway, it was always just like, yeah, I'll just get Mama Melis to do it. Could def see where y'all rub off on each other. Yeah, when you've known someone for, like, what, 14, 15 years, it definitely, like, it weaves in. 15 this year, absolutely bananas. Scruffy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why? Do you have any idea what would happen to you if one of those were to break? Was it just me, or did she hit one of the pieces of art just now? Franny Francoska von Korma. Found the key that the Yatagarasu, no, Miss Yu stole 7 years ago, God. I know Yatagarasu is frickin' mythological figure, but every time I say it, I think of Sana, my VTuber Oshi who graduated because Yatagarasu was like her partner in crime. And then also, the anime K, because, my boy Misaki's, his nickname was the Yatagarasu. PTSD flashbacks? Oh yeah, your boy straight up died. Rest in peace. God, I remember when you found a girl who was cosplaying Misaki and she had you send like a really cute message on her behalf. I was like, go back! Is she gay? Go back! Get her info, go back! You just found out you're a penguin. I'm sorry? Because they nap like 1,000 times a day? Oh, I see. Okay, then what do you think, sir? Crystal Yu, for what reason did she steal the key? Yeah, we've been gently roasting Art because their sleep schedule is all over the place. They just got diagnosed with iron deficiency like I am, and I'm like, y'all need to do something, because if you can't stay awake to run your errands, that's a problem. Acting like your mom? I am your mom. I'm Mama Bean. I prefer being the older sister figure, but sometimes that blends in with being a mom. And doing a better job, to be honest. The side eye I just gave the screen? What? But then I remember you are in fact the mom from. I sure am. I think I've told them the story about, like, you and Ace were bickering while driving because you guys forgot to make a pit stop to get food, and I just reached from the back like I had granola bar in my purse. Granola bars at a con. I would bring muffins. Mama Melis was laughing once because she told the story about how, Ace got really excited because whenever I showed up, I would bring muffins. And so he ran to Mama Melis to try and get the cooler of food. And, like, she gave him, like, the evil eye. And he just kind of goes meek. She's like, sorry, can I have those? She's like, better. He was a little too excited about the muffins, and that like he was rude to Mama Melis and she was gonna let him have it. Which is funny because Mama Melis isn't that much taller than me, and Ace is just shy of 6 feet. So like it's literally like, yeah, imagine an older Diana just like staring up at this dude. Yeah, the name Ace comes from the One Piece character, for those who know One Piece. His personality very similar. I was like, you know what? You need a code name. I'm calling you Ace. Because the personalities are very similar. Meant something else? Nope. That's why I came up with the code name for him. Because it was like, you know what? I'm tired of being like Iduna's like partner, Iduna's like boyfriend, Iduna's spouse, or like whatever. I was like, I need to give you an actual name. He will kick you out. Oh my god! You scarred some people with the whole frickin' Sonic 3 comments. Yes, we've actually got some Moonbeam. Yeah, you talked about like the, what was it? The Sonic 3 movie made me scream without the S. And we've got Moonbeams who are Ace Arrow. And so they're like, what the fuck? It was just an average conversation from Iduna's perspective. Sure is. Take that as your personality? Oh yeah. Iduna has a very high libido. If I am a 3, she is definitely like at least a 10. My face is on my desk. See, at least you have the grace to be like kind of like flustered and embarrassed about it. Like the true D-gens are like, yeah, whatever, what about it? Deal with it. Non-info I needed to know. I was just putting it in perspective. So y'all know what you can expect from our lovely girl now and again. Think it's silly. Our convos have been pretty tame lately, but we do indeed have had some completely unhinged ones, and I'm like, girl, it's too early for this. Yeah, ever since she started being into Shadow, I'm like, I can't relate to you anymore. No more horny talk. Yes, of course I don't, and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. I don't, we know you're not a criminal, okay? Or something, something, something. What happened to safe spaces? It's still a safe space. I just can't relate to you. I can't match your freak anymore. To say it is a safe space, it is a safe space. We roast with love, and like we saw with, and as we saw with Ranger when he was like, please don't joke about that, we stopped immediately. You just stop scaring these poor kids? Truly, what are you doing to my children? What are you doing to, like, the beans? What she said? Hey, 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 hey. I ain't that bad. I tone it way down for y'all. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. You are so tame, so I saw your fall stream. Yeah. Oh, the porn one? Yeah, I've sent them all to her. Yeah, she was like, the fact your voice is so high-pitched makes it even funnier. But yeah, no. That's why I was wheezing, yeah. But no, there was all the jokes the first time I played Isomnium. They're like, ah yes, Didi is just Kaname Date. We know you're a freak down underneath. I'm like, no, I swear. Hi, Ranger. Good morning. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay is in line, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Every time Iduna comes around, I know it's gonna be an interesting stream. I have one specific ammo on you I will never share. I will let you play your little lawyer game. That sounds like a threat. Oh my goodness. That is a threat, I think. Yeah, now I need to go through like 15 years worth of memories and be like, what's so bad that was... The smooches for Dee Dee, but y'all can have them. Ah. Let's see. Oh, Francisca. We haven't talked to Franny. Miles Edgeworth. Not the full name. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. Oh, that's right. Iduna's working... Or... Iduna? Oh my god. My brain. I just combined Francisca and Iduna. Francisca is working for Interpol. And... Remember how I'm Arrow Ace? Francisca does it for you then? There's always the one. You have to call her Iduna now. But yes, so basically since Francisca, Fonduna, incredible. But yeah, since she works for Interpol now, she's the only one that has authority to investigate what happened here. So Edgeworth is like, Francisca, can you make me your assistant temporarily so I can be part of this legal team? And she's like, hell yeah, I can, because now I can, I've got you right where I want you. Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince everyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect. What's with the giddy glint in her eyes? Bro has no idea she has been waiting years for this. I don't think that will really be necessary, Francisca. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change that you are still under me, girly. Now Iduna's here and my brain's been rewired. Everything seems sussy. I thought Francisca was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then, why is she here at this embassy? I literally went, How's my day? Pretty decent. We started stream late because I fell asleep again on the couch. But other than that, we good. The murder. I was investigating at the Alabastrian embassy when I got wind of this mess. Oh yeah, Iduna, so we've got... Essentially, these countries, I swear to God, they're like meant to be like Germany. Because they used to be one country, and then they split into two. So we have... And like their flag looks like the German flag, just with extra embellishments. But yeah, so we have country A, Alabastria. Yeah, it's Alabasta. It is Alabastia. We have country B, Babal. And then they used to be country C, Cadopia. And I'm like, and they look like the flag of country D. Deutsche, aka Germany. good gravy, right? Deutl, yeah! Ah, that's right. The Yatagata-su was due to appear at that embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is that we did have a fire over there. Somebody torched the place. Although there was an incident at the Alabastian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lon in charge of that case and came over to the Babalese embassy. Ah, so Agent Lon is here as well, huh? I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy acting as bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. The Yatagata-su. So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl I see. She's your age, Francisca. Don't call her that. She's a little young. Kay's a little younger than Francisca, but she's still about the same age. Yeah, she's 17 to Francisca's 19. I wouldn't be calling someone 2 years younger than you a little girl. You woke up 5 minutes ago and your brain isn't still fully there. Understood. As soon as I got on stream, Iduna's like, oh my god, you sound so sleepy. I know that voice. I'm like, yep, hello. So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl I see. Is she, perhaps, trying to be the Yatagata-su? As far as Kay's concerned, she is the Yatagata-su. Because apparently her papa was the Yatagata-su. Kay would never harm her soul, sir! Kay? You remember, do you not? About the case we investigated together 7 years ago? Hey, Francisca remembered better than Edgeworth and, Gumshoe. They had, Kay had to explain it all to them. That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. Oh, so she's that feisty little girl. Kay has been on the trail of the Yatagata-su, which is how she ended up here. Looking for the one who took her father's life. I see. Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagata-su just keeps tricking us all. How so? The Yatagata-su sent a card saying I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Your laundry. But all we've had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract, and it's going on the rap sheet. What contract? Y'all never entered into a contract. There needs to be terms for a contract. If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder, though, if Callisto Yu really is the Yatagata-su. She's not. Her name is Itsana or Misaki. Let's see her. We've got more puzzle pieces we can put together. To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret that the Yatagata-su was out to steal is in this very room? Seems logical enough. Dirty secret. Francisca, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me this is no coincidence. In that case, the person I'm looking for is here in the Bobbly's embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation. I think I might just need to ask Francisca about her smuggling case in more depth. The Zeta safe space is wild. Look what you've done, Art! You tricked the bot! Mistakes were made. This is a safe space. It's a wild ride. I'm sorry, everyone! I swear to God, this is a safe space. Just you might get made fun of a little. Safe with penguin level nappers, granola bar anecdotes, and courtroom chaos. Fuck, I can't breathe. Smuggling. Francisca, when we last talked, you said you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. Suppose the reason you are here right now is related to that? Yup. After analyzing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of the list of sites to investigate. And this is what tipped us off. This accounting document? Someone didn't do good balancing the books. It's only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. The rest of them were in, the safe. Fortunately for you, see, this type of paper was only made in the Principality of Cadopia. We're gonna make some documents detailing our highly illegal dealings. Get the special paper. The one that's only made in our country. No, don't go to a neighboring nation. I know this is Europe, but no, don't go. Don't buy paper there. Because it's illegal to import paper, apparently. Which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabast and Babal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind this entire smuggling ring. That's Francisca for you. She's amazing. Pursuing this case with all she has. County talk related to smuggling proves someone in one of the countries is a ringleader. Hey, Francisca, we found the rest of the documents in the safe. No? Do I have to go back and examine it now? Because that was page 2. Pages 1 and page... Oh, wait. We have to hit deduce. That's right. Deduce. We found the rest of your papers, Francisca. Take a good look at these documents, Francisca. It says there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 of them. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from the set of 3? Well, it certainly looks that way. It all looks like Greek to me. Or more like, oh, what is the Russian alphabet? Cyrillic? By putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it looks like you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with this, it has become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Bobbly's ink. Bobbly's ink? Bobbly's ink is a special product of the Republic of Bobal. No, you don't say. I thought it was called Bobbly's ink because it was made with baubles. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported.
Hold it!
Well, that's convenient. And that reason is... that's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know, even though I'm your assistant. Seems sus. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Manny Cochin. His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions on which to run a smuggling operation. That's crazy. Running a smuggling operation in an embassy. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Oh, she named it. Well, even if he is dead, we still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. That is not what we said, Francisca. Francisca, you must know that Manny Cochin was the suspect in the KT-8 incident. Of course I know, on top of being the head of the smuggling ring. There is the matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. Investigation complete! Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be. Now come along quietly, Yatagarasu, K. Faraday. You're under arrest for the murder of Manny Cochin. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you have to believe me, I didn't do it! I chased the fake Yatagarasu in here and he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Hold it!
The saying a safe space, literally, look what you've done. I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes. That's crazy. What is that supposed to mean? Did he stutter? I believe I told you that Kay Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well, I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Why arrest Kay? Even your police confirmed that the Yatagarasu infiltrated the Babalese embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yatagarasu snuck into the embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yatagarasu. And more importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body. Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she's the Yatagarasu? Exactly. But it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yatagarasu. Ah, good job, Kay. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yatagarasu is a Yatagarasu. I will prove that Kay is not the Yatagarasu that killed Manny-Kochan. What a turn of events, huh? Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of. That is quite the sentence. Infiltrated the embassy. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the girl snuck in. Or the Yatagarasu snuck in, rather. Yes. The confusion caused by the fire? Why are you repeating this? Frickin' parrot. Are you saying that the Yatagarasu was not the arsonist who started the fire? A suspicious person in a long coat was spotted in the area. Officers in the area claim to have seen that person start the fire. They saw him starting a fire, but they didn't stop him. I see. It looks like we have a phantom in our midst. A phantom thief? They never saw it coming. No. Yeah, minus the song. In a way, he could be considered a phantom with the way he randomly appears. Damn. Whoops. I wanted to press this one.
Hold it!
Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't prove that she is a killer. You know those Chunibyo kids these days? No, but it does give her a motive. The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. True. She obviously wanted to steal them. So, she killed Mr. Kochan for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound. I expected nothing less of a Jinlan's secretary. Since when do secretaries have the powers of arrest? However, that statement just now didn't sound right. It might just be the opening I need. Go, Edgeworth. Oh, it's like a cat cafe. That's nice. I hope you have fun. Those places are great for the people who can't have pets for whatever reason. You're gonna pet all the cats. All the cats. Agent Sheena, I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh? Even if you claim that she is the killer and the Yatagarasu, I am certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Kochen's body. Furthermore, the Yatagarasu would not be so stupid as to leave without the documents, like literally. Look at her sweating away. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Kochen had the key on him.
Objection!
If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Good question. Good point. Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Might just become a cat cafe regular? Go for it. A lot of them, at least in North America, work in tandem with shelters. So it would actually be good for everyone involved. Got orange cats there? Probably. I mean, orange tabbies aren't like super rare or anything like that. Oh, the one without the eye, yeah. Poor sweetie. Hopefully you can see her again. That would be nice, yeah. Just be careful. You fall in love with a cat, it gets increasingly harder not to leave with them. Perhaps she didn't notice that the safe's second compartment before returning the key. It's like, ah, fuck. Man, yeah. But the fact still remains that Mr. Kochen was stabbed to death.
Objection!
But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. Bless online recipes? Online recipes are beautiful. They save us all. Especially when you want to cook a dish that's not, common in your culture. Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind the bars. No, thank you. Definitive evidence. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon, which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. Imagine having a knife display without glass on it. That's just asking for trouble. It all points to the girl. There's no counter-argument. I don't know about that. That is your definitive evidence? You see now that she is definitely the killer, right? No, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person? That's right. I ran into the office only because I was chasing after them. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Whoop. Arrested her for screaming after finding a dead body. I came to this room upon hearing the girl scream. And when I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object Kay felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon? I had the knife analyzed right away, but we failed to find anyone's prints on it. But the suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me. You continue to insist there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That... I don't know. But I know they came in here. That sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, she has a point. Wow, Edgeworth. Even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show that they are with some solid evidence. Dun 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 dun. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't. Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument if you can. Don't worry, I can, and I will. Definitive evidence. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon. Is this the butterfly knife? It looks like flowers, not the well, I guess there is a butterfly on it, technically.
Objection!
So the murder weapon was the knife with the butterfly design on it. But is that really the truth? What are you getting at? I'd like for you to take a look at this. There is blood on the blade, and yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle. Isn't that weird? For there not to be blood on the handle of a knife? Oh, that's right. Because the handles are interchangeable, I guess. But is it that weird for there not to be blood on a knife? Like the handle of a knife? I don't know. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was, in fact, not the real murder weapon. It wasn't the real murder weapon? This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? As you can see, the Bobbly's knife has now been disassembled into two parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body. and then proceed to swap the knife's original handle with this butterfly one. It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Cochin was killed with the butterfly-themed knife, but why? What was the point in switching the handles other than the fact that it gets rid of fingerprints? Maybe? Damn. She nearly lost her wig there. Edgeworth's like, this should prove that Kay didn't do it. It proves nothing, though. Like, why was the handle switched? That doesn't... Sometimes I don't understand this game's logic. She got you there. Logic is not airtight at all. How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles. Again, why does anything to do with the handle? Why do the handles have anything to do with who is and isn't the murderer? That I don't understand. Like, yeah. Whatever, we'll roll with it, Gabe.
Hold it!
Don't be ridiculous. For what purpose would she do such a thing? I don't care to know how a criminal thinks. You should. That's why there's criminal psychology. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem.
Objection!
The truth is right there in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. As I stab you. You will see that Kate is not, and could not have been Mr. Cochin's killer. Okay. What's there to examine now? The handle? Oh, the flower. Oh, okay, now I get where the game's going. Because the flowers are the symbol of the Albalese embassy and like the country. The butterfly is the Babalese symbol. So if the knife blade has a flower on it, the logic is that it didn't come from this room. It came from the other embassy. Because they both have near identical sets of knives there. It's the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means? No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet nectar. I mean, she does have a point there. And, so they do. Congratulations, third grade science. The answer is clearly not a chance. Now, to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower. The embassy guide. Is there anything else? No. So it's gotta be this.
Take that!
You can't be serious. It appears that you've made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of Alabast. In other words, this blade is from one of Alabast's ornamental knives. Ah. This part of the knife handle has Babal's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it is undeniably Babalese in origin, because no way anyone in Albalese or like Alabast or whatever would dare have a butterfly. But we both know you can't kill someone with just a knife handle. I mean, sure you can. Shove it down their throat. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Ancient Sheena? After the fire had broken out. That's right. Kay entered the Boboling's embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Alabastrian side of the building before then, because literally they were like, we need to search you, and she's like, frick that! I'll climb the fence! On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire. Which means that Kay could not have transported an Alabastrian object over here. This makes it impossible for her to be the true killer. Whoop! Way to go, Edgeworth, sir! What a great victory! I think it's a bit too early to celebrate just yet, folks. But, you know, whatever makes you happy. Just the silence. Huh? Hey, why is everyone so quiet? I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name. But what worries me now is what will happen next.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? An Alabastrian knife here? Do you mean, how did this find its way to the embassy of Babal? It didn't just find its way over. Rather, we should focus on how it was smuggled over. You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it while we're just standing around. Thinking while you're on the run? Now that's the way a real great thief operates, girl. Don't say that. Not when you're being suspected. Also, hello, Mur. Okay. Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth, for proving me innocent, I mean. You believed in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Not really, but... Don't say that. Ha ha ha, come on, you don't have to be shy about it. Your argument is still not airtight. Would you care to elaborate? I understand now that the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there is still the possibility that she is the Yatagarasu. Rip. Not again! Look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I am the real Yatagarasu. That doesn't help! Oh my god. Okay, shut up. I'm not like the fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? I only steal the truth, even though, you know, that's still a crime. Whether you're the real deal or fake, it doesn't really matter. All I have to say is this. I have my suspicions that the girl is the one who started the fire.
Objection!
Damn. Preposterous. On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? She's like, I gotta pin a crime on her. One way or the other, the fact that she calls herself the Yatagarasu, that in itself is the most elegant proof. Because no one else would set a fire. Something, something, something. Miss Sheena. Yes? I have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. I am the great thief Yatagarasu. And I refuse to allow some imposter to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it the best I can. It's not good to be so stubborn. I hope you can understand that. Thanks a lot for the concern, Miss Sheena. Let me share something with you, too, as a token of my appreciation. Those sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? Don't say that! He's like, you look ugly with those sunglasses, so I'm gonna rob you. Going? To where? To the Kingdom of Alabast. If we don't, we won't know for sure, right? I suppose not. We won't get anywhere simply by standing here thinking. To see where the Alabastrian knife came from, we'll have to pay the Alabastrian embassy a visit. She just whipped the dead body. Let's go, Miles Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt. Alright, understood. To be continued. Da, 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 da. Save yes. This is actually a good time because I was thinking I needed to get up and stretch since I've been sitting here for almost 2 hours, so let's do that. Let's take a quick break. We'll get up, stretch, get some water, take dishes to the kitchen, all that good stuff, and then we will be right back. So hold tight, everyone. I went on a journey and now I'm back. Hello. Whoop. Since we finished that part of the case, I was like, you know what? This is a good time to get up and move because I haven't moved in 2 hours. So I went, I got some water and I got some more coffee. Middle, she, Lon, pushes back. Oh, here we go. Is Iduna still here? It's your other husband. I'm actually conscious about that I haven't moved in like 2 hours or whatever. Yeah. I mean, my knee also starts cramping up after sitting for too long, so that helps as well. And like I'm like, man, my knee hurts. And it's like, well, you should maybe stop sitting the way you are and like get up or something. Count off! One. They just sound like dogs. One. Bark. Bow. Shifu, 99 callouts. So all 99 members are most likely here and accounted for, sir. Yeah, when you're younger, it's easier to stay in like an unhealthy position for longer periods of time. But yeah, I started having back problems when I was like 23. And so it's like, it comes for you faster than you expect if you're not careful. So it's better to just get into the good habits when you're younger anyway. Because then you'll keep your health. Then you're more likely to keep your health and mobility and all that stuff longer. Yeah, use the second one from the right. Sir! Yes, sir? Here, a birthday present for you. What? Shifu, I didn't know that you knew all our birthdays. What a kind heart you have, Shifu. You are more of a man than I will ever be, sir. I'm really sorry, but it's not my birthday. Lanji says a cub who disrespects others fails the disciplinary bite of an elder. That present isn't for you, it's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. What? Tell him I said hi and happy birthday, won't you? Yes, sir! Sir! Shifu, I can't remember you remember that much about each of us! Shifu, I'm so moved that I can't stop crying! I should probably leave them to their alone time. Alright, meeting's over. Everyone ahead for your posts. Dismissed! Sir! Yo, were you guys there the whole time? I can't believe you said yo. I like his design. Oh, he is great. Very attractive. It's my man. It's your man. This is literally the meme. It's like, this is my husband, Miles. And this is Miles' boyfriend, Shilong Long. These two are a ship. Surprising absolutely no one. I didn't know about it before playing Investigations, and then once I did, I started seeing people talk about it because, you know, algorithm, and I'm like, Yep. He love you long time, ha 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 ha. That also works from Ace perspective, I imagine. Oh my god. Well, Ace is straight head man, so don't know if he's down for the poly, considering like he has my wifey Duna and her wife Diana. Oh god. Now that's wild. How did Laxus? Oh my god, yeah, he does look like Laxus from Fairy Tail, doesn't he? I didn't even think of that. That's perfect. I got a call from Sheena, and she's already filled me in. It sounds like you're out to get in my way again. I have absolutely no intention of interrupting your investigation. That you like Lacus? Not... That wasn't that terribly a surprise. No one is surprised, but absolutely not. Not at all. Especially as your taste has evolved as we've gotten older. I could believe when we were younger you didn't like them. As you are now, yeah. He's mean? Iduna's the bottom. She likes when I bully her. It's fine. She's into this. Good night. I'm? Yes. Are you talking back? I'm kidding, obviously. And what if I say no?
Objection!
On stream? On stream! I'm sorry. Wait for the next set of callouts during collapse. Oh gosh, yeah. I promise, behind the scenes we're trying to set up collabs, but it's like now, like, I started a new job, Iduna's schedule is different, you've all that stuff. You all got this for free. Yeah. We have to plan collabs much farther in advance now because Iduna's shift finishes when I start stream. So it's like, So late, yeah. It'll work out at some point. Just, you know, curse adult life and having different schedules and all that stuff. Womp, womp, womp. Of course, yeah. We were joking at some point about having you play Ocarina of Time on my behalf because I want to play it, but like the old graphics hurt my eyes. I'm old, but my eyesight is too good. The cat's like, I can't, my brain is breaking because person moving through a picture. As someone who's never played it, but somehow has it memorized to a weird degree, yes, excellent. There's always the HD version on DS, but that requires having a DS that requires modding a DS to work on a capture card, unless we do straight up emulation. And we all know Nintendo likes to nuke any emulators they can find. Even among my elite men, about only half of them were admitted into the country. Besides, any more cooks in the kitchen and we might spoil the soup, if you get what I mean. How dare you make such assumptions? I don't like soup! I don't like emulation. It's hit or miss. It's like in my brain, it's one of those things. It's like if there's a legal way to do it, you should. But at the same time, game preservation is so hard. Isn't it on... Yes, the N64 version is on Nintendo Service Online. We were talking about the DS version. Which, like, you know, the remake, where it's not the old ancient graphics that hurt my eyes. On NSO, it's just the N64 version. I will suffer. Thanks. Thanks, wife. You the best. It does seem to be upscaled. It is upscaled. It's just... When I say the graphics were bad, I meant, like, the fact that it's, for whatever reason, seeing the, like, pre-rendered, background and having Link move through them, like, in the town and stuff, it breaks something in my brain and it, like, hurts my eyes and my head. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's something about to new gen, so much hate. I'm sorry. I'm sure if I saw it on a smaller scale on, you know, a CRT television, it would be different. But now things have gotten so upscaled and big that we're seeing things the way we weren't meant to, and occasionally that means it breaks our brains. Because when I first played it for stream, I was playing it full screen, and I couldn't do that. That one I would have to actually play windowed for it to not break my brain. Iduna is practically a collab partner from chat. She's been my one and only collab partner this whole time. Basically just a collab partner from chat. Oh, I get what you mean now. Yeah, she is distracting in the best way possible. We bounce off each other too well after knowing each other for so long. Iduna is one of those people IRL that could get me yapping for hours, which I'm sure would shock the people who see me at work where I barely say more than a sentence in a whole day. Get content from my app? I do! And then we get hilarious clips, like the one time I thought you said bless you when I sneezed, but I just imagined it, so I ended up blessing myself. This is what we call a decision based on the investigation, Mr. Prosecutor. I still watch that clip and die. Oh no. Look, Wolfie, just let us in already. Oh, right, his name does mean wolf. I think he's got... Because Lon would be dragon. Lon is wolf. I'm not sure what the she is. The she might be lion. Now that I think about it. Because I know in Japanese, she is lion. I don't know about in Chinese. But yeah, that's... His name's just an amalgamation of animals. I'm looking up his name because I want to see the kanji. Reckoned year of birth 1991 to 1992. Hey, he our age. How nice. Oh, it's the she from Warrior. Like, it's the she and Shiro, basically. Gotcha. So he's got wolf and dragon in his name, and then, like, yeah, warrior. The most contagious smile a second ago. I think Iduna would argue all my smiles are contagious. I remember at some point being like, I want to be someone who lights up a room. And Iduna's like, Dee Dee, you already do that. It's like, oh. She would, wouldn't she? She sure would. You're vaccinated against that? What, joy? Welcome back, Ranger. Not really, just having a discussion about whether or not to let these guys in. Ambassador Elba, I ask that you please allow these people to join the investigation. Having a debate because of my country. I'm terribly sorry for placing you good people in that kind of situation. Is this dude frickin' Pinocchio? I'm gonna let the agile take you now. Bye! It's just the way his nose is cut off, it makes it look like a branch. So I'm like, is he Pinocchio? Please, it's nothing of the sort, Ambassador. You weakling curse your frailty and inability to effect change in your country. Oh. What are you? The thing is, investigation conducted in my country have been under Agent Long. And it is my judgment that in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, I should leave everything up to Agent Long. There, you see? Oh, no way! Anyone else get the Keanu Reeves ads? Oh my god. I mean, I think they're Canadian, which is why we've been getting them because of Roger. So I don't know if the non-Canadians would get targeted with those. Ambassador Elba, I ask you to please reconsider laying them into Alabast. What's that? My very own secretary has been murdered in the Bobolese embassy. And he was apparently caught up in some very shady dealings completely unbeknownst to me. So I ask for your cooperation in our investigation. These aren't much, but I hope they can cover your travel expenses to Babal someday. Alright, I get it. Even if you beg Ambassador Alba, I still have to give the final okay anyway. Alright, you hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? We're in! Not so fast, my little crow girl. You're still a witness in the Babal murder. So I'd like you to please stay in the Republic of Babal. Detective Gumshoe, please take good care of Kay for me. Yes, sir! Sounds good to me. The fewer troublemakers, the better. Rasp? Rasp? What? What was that noise for? What was that noise supposed to be? Oh, raspberry? Were they blowing a raspberry at him? Is that it? Oh, I can't do it right. That one. I want to know why that's the phrase for it. Blowing a raspberry? Good question. To Google. That reminds you? Uh-oh. A sound I did long ago that's top tier? Oh, no. Oh! Yeah. There's also the boo. The boo-hoo. Boo. Oh, yeah, because, I kept saying, uno momento, and you kept going, un momento. It's un momento, Didi. I'm like, un momento. Nomenclature for the raspberry varies by country, but it's in most Anglophone countries it's known as a raspberry, which is attested from at least 1890. Crazy. Didi got sassy? I was always sassy. What are you talking about? Didi and sass go hand in hand? Exactly. I'm that cat that's like looks at you as I knock the glass off the shelf. So I want to ask for a while now, but that lady over there, is she who I think she is? Ah, that's right. I didn't introduce the two of you yet. Franziska von Karma, the prosecutorial prodigy. It's nice to see you again. Oh, I knew it! You're the whip lady! You may address me as Miss von Karma. Miss von Karma, I leave the investigation of Alabasta in your hands. Thanks, rest assured. I will outsmart both the smuggling ring and the Yatagarasu. Yes, Miss Von Karma. Yes, Miss Von Karma. Just let Art find it. I vaguely know what it is, but yeah. Perhaps I should ask Francisca a bit more about them before I head into Alabast. And I mustn't forget to thank Ambassador Palliano for all that he has done for me. Hello, sir. Ambassador Palliano, I am in your debt. No, it's nothing. Because it's about all I can do for you, I'm afraid. I only ask that you please bring Manny's killer to justice. I will, Ambassador. On my honor. Wow, you're so sensational. It's really piqued my curiosity. I know there aren't much, but, know that I'm giving them to you wholeheartedly. Coupons. No, that's quite alright. Oh, well, how about this then? What exactly is it? It's fountain pen ink. Known as Bubbly's ink, it's made exclusively in Babal. So this is Bubbly's ink. We need it for evidence. We make it from white crystal oil, which is mined through our mineral mines. Please accept this ink. One dip of your fountain pen in this, and you can write for hours in your organizer. How fortunate for me. The ink in my pen just happened to have run out. I gladly accept your gracious gift. Well, well, well. Great! Wonderful! You've been bribed! I guarantee to you that writing with our ink is an unforgettable experience. And since we don't export it, if you run out, you're always welcome to come and visit our fair nation. Talk about cornering the customer along with the market. I mean, that is technically a valid tactic. Get someone addicted to the product and then make it difficult to obtain. Okay, I'm glad you're not hurt, but please refrain from such recklessness. All right? What if you had run into the Yatagarasu? You could have been killed. Oh, I'm sorry to make you worry like that. I'll be more careful from now on. Good girl. It's good to conduct some self-reflection every once in a while. It's funny, you know, when I talk with you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like I'm talking with my father. Oh my god. Huh. Is that so? Do I really seem that old to her? That's sweet, but Miles is like, I'm only 10 years older than you, girl. Yeah, because she's 17. And I think Lon is just slightly younger than Edgeworth. So yeah, he's like 28. So he's like, bruh. How old was her dad when he died? I think he was like 40-something. I remember being surprised that he was decently old. So I mean, he's close in age to how old her dad was when she was born, but... Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you to keep Kay safe. Yes, sir! You just leave everything to me, sir. And don't worry, I'll take good care of Gummy for you. He's like, I don't particularly care about that. We'll go investigate into the Bobbly side of things together. Right, Kay? That's right, Gummy. Oh, they're missing us the last stooge. That's you, Miles. If you're not one of the clowns, then you are the straight man, as they say. There might be a clue amongst these. I better check the titles of these videos. My, the things I put myself through for the sake of the investigation. Watching my favorite TV show. These flowers are a gift from Global Studios. Can't believe that place is still open, considering all the scandals. They seem to be prospering quite a bit thanks to their constant stream of hit shows. Thank God for salmonella. The national flag of the Republic of Bobal is on display here. The crest on it features a butterfly. The Bobalese Embassy, which sits to the right of the theater. And the Alabastrian Embassy, which sits on the left. Something has happened in each of these two embassies. I sense that unconventional methods will be required to solve both of these mysteries. Whoop, whoop. There we go. These are stacks of pamphlets about the two embassies. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please take as many as you would like. You'll find that you can cut out the last page and use it as a coupon. I'm afraid I must decline as I have little interest in them. Wait, I thought Americans loved coupons. America! I know they've established over all these games that this is like quote-unquote set in America, but I wish they'd just go back to it being in Japan. It feels so weird. Ambassador Poliano, I ask that you please not think of him as representative of all Americans. He's a broke-ass bitch. And, you know, America's a rich country. No one's poor here. Japanifornia, honestly. These flowers are a gift from the Gatewater Imperial Hotel. Imperial? It appears that the business has boomed since they became a Steel Samurai sponsor. The Gatewater Hotel has come a long way. You've made so much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time. It's truly amazing. DD question? Okay, answer. Agent Hicks, whose help I had requested, was cut down before he completed his task. How long after our VOD you uploaded to YouTube? I try for within 3 weeks, but I am like... I'm like 5 weeks behind right now. So the ones that are just scheduled to go up are from January, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to catch up on them, but if I post too many at once, then the algorithm, then the algorithm's like, we're gonna suppress you because you're posting too much. Goddamn frickin' algorithms. We still don't know how you found the exact time. Nice. Whoops. There was no room for further and conveniently, I have the time in my streams. I do, for the most part, yeah. I'm great for that. Yay! Yeah, I try and always keep the clock, but sometimes, depending on the game, it gets in the way. So it's like sometimes I hide it, sometimes I have it. It was in Jan 22. It might be going up soon, if not already. Yeah, I can check. Oh, not that one. Yeah, I have stuff from January 29th up. So January 22nd might actually be up. Sometimes I post the VODs out of order, but for the most part, I try and put them up in chronological order. Sorry for the sidetrack? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm the bestest? Aww. January 22nd? Yep, that one's up. That was United Fight, apparently. January United Fight. That one went up like 2 days ago. You're welcome. The DD sound collection grows. At some point, we'll be able to make a compilation with, like, OST backing for Chaos. You have a Moonbeam question? Okay. What's your Moonbeam question? In spite of that, I believe you are able to obtain some insight into the ring, correct? Glad I'm as invested in as I am. Like I said, Fauna? Iduna is not a Moonbeam. No, she is her own. She's a mermaid. She's a mermaid from space. She's a weird one. Well, you're just not something I grew in the garden, that's all. Dude, that double majored. Yeah, you know how like the traveler fished Paimon out of the river? And that's how they met? That's basically what happened with me and Iduna. She's like, this planet looks like fun. I'm gonna check it out. And then she's like, oh shit. Except from a better world guide than Paimon because I actually learned. Yes, you actually did learn. I simply made some deductions based on the smuggled item I was following. But yeah, Iduna is her own like creature. We are both like, you know, non-human, mystical like beings, but different elements, different backstory, that kind of stuff. But why are there restrictions on the export of the ink to begin with? Because they use it in their printing press, I'm guessing? That's classified Interpol info. Hold it. Francisca, as your subordinate, I'm a part of your investigation now. Don't you think it would be beneficial if I was as well informed as you? I was just curious for the longest time and you always forgot to ask. Yeah, I don't think you've ever been around for our Genshin collabs, but yeah, Iduna has her own design and everything, so. She's got blue hair. It's crazy. Should remind y'all of your face? Possibly. Counterfeit bills? I was right! God. They're like, here, we use fountain pen ink. You got Morgan? I hate you. How dare you? See, this is what I mean by the golden bullshit. Yes, as you may have deduced, the counterfeits are being made with Babal's special Bobbly's ink. She says hello, you've got Morgan in like every universe, how dare. I mean, not as big a betrayal as my ex-girlfriend getting frickin' made a saber altar. That was foul? Yeah. funny how she posted on Twitter going, "My girlfriend's going to kill me." That's where this document comes into play, correct? Correct. Mr. Cochran was smuggling large amounts of Bobbly's ink. Furthermore, he was charged with running the embassy's printing equipment. That's all the evidence I need to know that he was the head of the smuggling ring. Who's letting a secretary print? Hold on here, though. Like, how do you get, like, bill, what is it? The bill plates into the embassy without anyone knowing? It's not like these printing presses are necessarily built for the bills. Let me guess, you still have yet to find the counterfeit bills or the smuggled ink? Yes, and while we're listing things, I might as well add the counterfeit plates to the pile, since we haven't been able to locate any of these items in the Bobbly's embassy. We're looking into the Alabastian embassy next. It doesn't matter where they're hiding, mark my words, I will find them. We believe you, Franziska. Yes, made with Bobbly's ink, they are in circulation in Zenfa. It's hard to tell they're fake. Yeah, getting a hold of, like, the frickin' ink used in, money? Not smart. But, also, why is this country just using fountain pen ink to print their money? That's the bigger question here. Well, shall we get going? Hold it! What? What's wrong, Kay? I didn't get permission to enter Alabast. So we're going to go gather whatever info we can on the Bobbly side, okay? You already told me this. Alright, I'm counting on you two. Right, and I'm counting on you and Miss Von Karma to sniff out clues in Alabast. Oh, and Mr. Edgeworth, if you happen to come across my phone, you let me know, okay? Yeah, we'll call you right over. I'll rush over straight away, of course. I'll let you know when the time comes. Bye. Oh god, it's the Steel Samurai. Hmm? What do you think you're doing to my subordinate? Oh god, she spun the head around. You're... No! It's Larry! Edgy! Oh, thank the heavens you're here! I'm in a really, really big pickle, your lordship! The raven, it appeared, poof, and then disappeared, swoosh! And though I am the Steel Samurai, my sword, it... I'm so confused. I don't know what anything means anymore. Who is this fruitcake? I am Larry of the House of Butts, married man of near old Tokyo, milady. Now I remember, this person is one of your friends, isn't he, Miles? Yes, frighteningly enough, he is. Hey, what's up with that answer? He's like, I would rather never speak to you again, but you keep showing up. And every time we have some kind of get-together, Nick invites you. Your best bud is in a bind, and you act like it's no big deal. He's like, we're not friends. What sort of bind are we talking about here? The suspect kind! I accidentally became a suspect in a murder! Or the second time, at least. I know he was involved in a case in the third game, but I don't think he ever got suspected of murder at that point. He was just a witness, but I see. That is quite the bind. Not that we're in the least bit surprised. Yes, I pretty much expected this news. From the instant I saw this unlucky face. His name is Larry Butts. I've known him since grade school, and for as long as I've known him, he has been the world's largest source of trouble with a capital T. Hey, what kind of introduction is that? You're so mean, Edgy. Then stop being friends with me. If you're not careful, you might find your tiny number of friends go down by 1. That's cool. That was uncalled for. Besides, wait, hold on. Larry, it was you? You're the one who wrote my Steel Samurai autograph! Oh, you didn't notice earlier? I even winked at you through my headpiece. What's going on? And why are you beet red? Sorry, but could you not speak to me right now? Oh, sorry, am I interrupting your comical yet melodramatic play? Edgeworth's like, I would like to leave the planet now. Aha! So this is the incident you mentioned earlier. Mr. Prosecutor, this man, this childhood friend of yours, is our prime suspect. Of what, you ask? Of the murder of a man who had snuck into this embassy? Masked or masked too? Ron? Hold on. Master Mask 2? Oh shit. I don't think that's Ron though. There's no Cinnabons. Only Larry could get himself into another mess as fine as this. Thank you for the hydrate stretch and the posture check. But no matter what the facts seem to say, Larry is not the type to commit murder. For better or worse, he's incompetent. Still, it is a rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. I have to prove that Larry Butts is innocent of wrongdoing. Bro's gonna end up going to lunch with Phoenix, and it's like, you will not believe what just happened to me. You found the sound? Yay! Because I didn't do the be right back screen. Whoops. Yeah, I might have just run to feed the cats. Sometimes when I'm doing that, I don't hit be right back. Go to work. I'll take that report now. Agent Lone, would you mind if I took a peek at that as well? What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. Once again, math saves the day. Beautiful. So no, you may not take a peek. But Agent Long... long? Will you allow an investigator such as myself to take a look? Ah, yes, of course. You let the detective see the file. You're Detective Bad. Yeah, he was like 53 7 years ago. He's retirement age, but he's still around and kicking. You're the prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth, right? Spooky! Thank you for the rado. Hello. Dream Barbecue? What kind of game is that? Hello? Hi, Spooky. Experience surreal environments and inexplicable characters as Enna in a new wild world. What is this? It's fun? That GIF doesn't, that emoji doesn't really sell it, but okay, I'll believe you. The game was fun until I played it again? Well, that's ominous. Fancy meeting you here, detective. You weren't expecting me. Ever since that day 7 years ago, I've chased after the Yatagarasu non-stop. But yes, thank you, Spooky, for the raid yet again. We're playing Ace Attorney Investigations yet again. If you gotta run to get ready for work the next day, or rest, or like shower, eat food, whatever else, by all means, feel free. I'll watch the floofs. If moonbeams won't sit on them, probably. I even pressured Interpol into keeping me in the loop in case a card was ever found. Damn, pressuring Interpol? That's crazy. What incredible dedication to the case. Probably as wild. I mean, you can never tell with cats what they will or will not sit on. Detective Bad knows the Yatagarasu's MO very well. And his passion for the chase hasn't died down in these 7 long years. It's something I can respect. But Detective Bad, I must ask, are you going to make an ally out of this prosecutor? My only goal is to arrest the Yatagarasu. If you can get to the bottom of this case, then I'm willing to share info with him. I am in your debt, Detective Bad. Yay! Also, have you seen the case, sir? She's in Bobal. Initial investigation. About the murder of Damask II, would you mind would you be willing to fill me in on a few details? When the Yatagarasu showed up, Agent Lon and I took ourselves off guard duty. And put ourselves in charge of directing things at this crime scene. Taking advantage of the chaos, Damask II, he broke into this embassy. Probably to steal some treasure or another. And I suppose he lost his life when he was forced to fight someone else in this room? So it seems a suspect. Why exactly was that man placed under arrest? Oh my god. You can tell it's getting close to like 4 to 5 when I usually end streams because I'm losing my ability to enunciate. Why exactly was that man placed under arrest, Detective? That samurai? He was born looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. As you can plainly see, he is completely harmless. That's a crazy comment. Well, it was just a random guess. It's not like he's actually under arrest. It's 3 for me. Yes, it is. Tonight, here at the Alabastian Embassy, Ambassador Alba was to give a commemorative speech. And that's when the Yatagata suit showed up. That is quite the image. But keep in mind, the Yatagata suit isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats for the guests who had been called to sit in them were empty. A no-show? Who was it that failed to take their seats? The Steel Samurai. Until the speech was to begin, each member of the entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at that time. And where was he? He was on the roof with one of his legs down a chimney? Larry! Bro, what were you doing? That chimney leads directly into this room. Bro's gonna get stuck in the chimney and die. Larry Butts, you've really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking? In any case, I believe it's high time for me to start my investigation. Begin the investigation! So this is the victim, Der Mask II. What is with his gaudy outfit? You don't know about Mask Der Mask? A few months ago, this thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace. So this thief is separate from the Yatagata? Question? Okay. I thought they were for a while because their MO and targets were different. Damask likes high-value trinkets and jewels, and being gaudy is his signature. Gumshoe was in charge of that investigation, so he know more about Master Mask. Can Muscle Cat be your canon Moonbeam pet? How about a plushie? That's alright. All I'd probably hear are tales of his failure anyway. You haven't changed a bit, I see. You'll take it? Excellent. In any case, let's get started here, shall we? Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Whoops. So this is the murder weapon in this case. There's blood on the blade. It is a rather sweeping sword, isn't it? Katana! What did you expect? It's Steel Samurai Daddy's secondary weapon. Stop! I know they're referring to him as that because he has a kid now in the show, but that is... no. I only call it his secondary because although he uses his sword in most of his battles, it's his trusty samurai spear that he turns to in a real fight. Thanks, nerd. You sure know quite a bit about the Steel Samurai. That's only because I saw the stage show earlier. Liar. The owner of this sword is the Steel Samurai, or, in other words, Larry. Delayed Spooky Raider, hello, bitch! I'm not sure if that's how you say the name, but that was my best guess. Hello. I should probably ask him about it, as detrimental as it is to proving him innocent. Weapon that's used on stage is thought to be what killed Damask II. Was it in Comp Valorant? Crazy! I hope you won and oh! Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. There is not a single shred of fashion sense in Damask's costume. Well, at least I can appreciate the great effort he must have put into making it. Should have been a cosplayer. You two don't know? You can buy this costume almost anywhere now. Oh my god, it is cosplay. It's being sold? Since when? Since around New Year's. The streets are practically flooded with them. Turns out Damask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be. I can't believe that foolish fool would dress in fool's clothing to act foolishly. You got your point about three foolishes back, Francisca. It's like, okay, chill. We get it. You're not impressed. I thought that Damask had quit the business. This guy, he's just a copycat using the name. A phony successor. Heh, just another petty thief. His real identity is an out-of-work guy by the name of Casino. Casino! The fucking puns in this game. Let me guess, he's got a gambling debt. He's got gambling debt. This game and their puns? This one's pretty good. Nothing's better than the victim of the last case being a dead man, but... He's 29 and wanted on larceny charges. From his clothes and what he was carrying, we determined that this guy is the real the real Damask II. There we go. The cause of death appears to be the loss of blood from the back of his head. It seems that he was struck with something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death. So not with the sword, though the sword is probably blunt. So, could have still been the sword. What is he holding? It looks like a piece of paper from a notepad. It was his grocery list. Interesting. Alabast Prima Duck statue, 5th floor ambassador's office. It would appear that directions on how to reach this room are written by hand. There's something written on the back as well. I'd like you to steal the Prima Duck statue in this room. What is this supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that? He was a hired man. Just like the real Master Mask. If I had to guess from the text, I would say that this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. Just who is the person that requested the theft of the Prima Duck statue? Good question. Is that all we can get from his body? No, I suppose this was the wrapping cloth Master Mask used to carry his stolen goods. How cliche. But there's nothing wrapped in it now. I guess he never did manage to get his hands on whatever it was he was out to steal. Alright. The person shaking hands with the steel samurai in this picture is Ambassador Alba. Wow, they already got photos developed and framed. It was taken just before the murder. The steel samurai must be very popular. They're even using the national treasure as backdrop. I just don't understand. What exactly is so great about Top Knot there? Clearly, there is a depth to the show that a young person like you cannot fathom. It is a show meant for 12-year-olds. Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show? Roasted. He's like, I've got better things to do than be in fandom. It's a fireplace, and by the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently. Yes, I can't say I see anything unusual about it, apart from the fact Larry tried to use it to get into the room. Two gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. I'm sure the flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as lovely name. Miles Edgeworth, are you done staring? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare. Passion flowers? That's a rather unusual name. Not really. It's like passion flowers, that's a real weird name. Weirder, there's sunflowers? There's, what is it? Rapeseed flowers? Like... It was named by priests in the 15th century for the Passion of Christ. Oh! That is not what I was expecting. As they say, you learn something new every day. This must be Ambassador Alba's desk. His notebook is open on his desk. He must have been in the middle of some important work. I better look at it. Sapling growth log. It finally sprouted today. Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me. Hush, some people take their hobbies very seriously. There are some weapons on display on this wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. These must be the counterparts to the Bobolese knives, which means that the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. Wait, hold on! Why does the tree look like frickin' the ambassador? That is terrifying. I'm sorry? What is this plant supposed to be? Francisca, can't you see it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba? Miles Edgeworth, as a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your salary assessment next month. You are deluding yourself if you think you have any control over that. Damn. It's the Steel Samurai's primary weapon. The Samurai Spear. Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing, and then you broke it! It's sleek and shiny, just like my heart. That sounds like a problem. That sounds like a heart condition. It comes at you like whoosh. When you hold it, you just want to live life like BAM! You do well to watch what you say, Larry. Although it is just as Larry says, the spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? I'm not entirely convinced the spear is up to the task. Well, yeah, it's a prop. It's not actual steel, Edgeworth. What's wrong, Edgy? You're just staring off into the distance. Oh, I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell you at the studio to make you one, okay? But this one's mine. Did I say anything about wanting one? Maybe I could shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence. What evidence? Then we'll point something out about this spear. What evidence? The autograph? We'll come back to that one. Why are there weapons on display in a place like this? Well, I mean, there were some in the other embassy as well. I wonder why there are no whips on display here. Of course you would, Francisca. Knives adorned with flowers are on display here. I suspect that these are the counterparts to the Babalese knives. The blades of the knife should match the blade of the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. What? One of the knives is missing its blade. Let's see if the two pieces, the blade and the handle, fit each other. Yup. It would appear that they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly. That means that an Alabastrian knife did find its way into Babal. But how? That's the question of the hour, huh? I can spot absolutely no difference between this Prima Duck statue and Babal's. The statue's face looks a bit like that costumed hero you like so much. Damn. I only wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for this kind of face. Damn. The statue wasn't made by an American, you know. At least I don't suppose so. Then he checks the bottom, it says Made in America. What else do we got? Check the statue. There was the exact same statue sitting in that Babalese office we examined. It's the Prima Dose statue. It was the national treasure of the Principality of Cadopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babal claim to have the real thing. What an incredibly childish fight to have. Only the ambassador and the secretariat can touch. Won't rest until it was inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny! Oh, ad break starts in a minute as an FYI. There was one of these on the Babalese side as well. I hear it's very valuable and made of pure gold. It was the national treasure of Cadopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babal claim to have the real thing and won't budge from their claim. What an incredibly childish fight. Same thing, alright. Oh, we already examined that. Dun, dun, dun. There was a grandfather clock, just like this one earlier in the Bobblese embassy. You know, symmetry is a fine thing, but their interior design really suffers for it. Really? I think this clock actually fits the decor of this room quite well. I suppose the wood does suit the all-natural atmosphere of this room. Its design and the material it's made of strikes a good balance with the plants. Hey, you two! Now's not the time to be talking about interior decorating, you know? Hurry up and save me! No, thank you. Be quiet! Ah! This is all part of my elite investigation. All you need to do is be quiet and watch. Actually, I do believe Larry has a point for once. Larry's got a point? Crazy. Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about. Hey, how about that? I've got a few things I've got to ask you too. What is it? It's like both you and him. How is it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side? And Franzi, what about the promise you made to me? Promise? What promise? The one where you said you would model for my next book, Franzi's Whippity Whip Trip. Ow! I made no such promise. Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. Say it with me, everybody. When something smells, it's usually the butts. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers. Unfortunately, Steel Samurai. As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Laurie Stonenim now? That's Stonenim? Loris Dunim? Get that straight in your head, Edgy. Ow, 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 ow. Now I remember, you're that rude, pale imitation of a real artist. No, you got it all wrong. I gave up on the whole Loris business. Besides, when Bonjolina left me in my heart in pieces. Bonjolina! Oh, that reference did not age well. It's a reference to Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. That's when Mindy walked into my life. Who the hell is Mindy? She's been so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way. Mandy Moore? But it's Mindy Moore now? And I figured I could through this Steel Samurai outfit. Your innate blathering makes less and less sense each time we meet. Roasted. I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess. You got it! I knew you'd know what I meant, Angie. So yeah, it is Mandy Moore. Not really. It's not so much as I understood, but a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry. Rip. Time of the murder. Larry, I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did tonight. Confess? Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too! Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. Jeez. Wow, roasted. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. For past experience has taught me well that you are always the center of some insane event. Edgy, how can you be so mean, stabbing me with your words like that? Unfortunately, I don't have time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time. Oh my god, let's talk about the psyche locks. So I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know. Okay, I get it. Do you though? Do you really? Just stop Franny from whipping me from behind. What about the front? So I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy? I can't even begin to imagine. However, I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination. So, you will tell me exactly what you did, Larry. Nope, not yet, Edgy. It'll take more than that. A lot more! Yeah, grabbing stuff from YouTube is always a pain in the ass, yep. Game's been good, confess. Now. Okay, well, I was up on the roof. Why exactly were you up there? This guy? Yup, unfortunately. Oh, you know, the wintry custom and the legendary hero, Santa? Isn't it March? Second investigations game is your fave in the series? Nice! Well, we'll get there eventually. Hero? Santa Claus! Claus? I want to do the thing he does, so I climbed up to one of the chimneys. But when I got there, there was smoke pouring out of the chimney. Well, lucky you. And? Well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. Larry, you do realize Santa Claus does not exist, right? No? Sounds fake? Objection? Objection! Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history. Oh, crud. Yeah, good job, Larry. Is your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as prime suspect? It's like, I can't believe I need to explain this to this dumbass. Come on, man. What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa Claus? So much. Let's start with the fact that it will be the Ides of March in a matter of hours. Santa only visits homes on October 24th. That's in December, you nitwit. No! Come on, Larry, you can't be like this. I feel like this makes more sense in Japanese because they don't celebrate Christmas the same way we do. Hey, wait a sec. We're not in court. Close enough, bruh. You're about to be roasted. Murder weapon. Larry, about the samurai sword that was used as the murder weapon. Oh. That. Yes, that. Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know? Yes, apparently you did. Congratulations. Well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. Well, that's convenient. You want to talk about shock? I was most shocked of all when I heard it killed someone. Shocked! Rip. Foolishly fool-looking, especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse. Roasted. You forgot to take something that big with you? Who would believe such a tale?
Hold it!
Sorry, Miss Von Karma. But I believe him. Because he's Larry and he's dumb as shit. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry. AJ, you believe in me. I just knew our friendship is something special. Shut up. Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name. Unfortunately not. Which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle. Oh, Larry, quite contrary. What are we gonna do with this, bro? Alright, we got some logic to put together. Or, nope, never mind. Oh wait, we still haven't talked to. You did some investigating over in the Bobbly's embassy too, right? Sure did. I did. Is there a problem? Lonzy says, a wolf who aims to hunt for two rabbits at once. I believe the idiom you require is he who runs after two hares will catch neither. Heh, a real wolf could catch both. I see. So what are you trying to say, seeing as how I am currently handling two cases? Heh, suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, bitch. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be a necessity in one of Shifu's investigations. Okay, calm down. Is that a fact? But no matter how good he is bound to overlook something. If you insult our Shifu, then prepare to be punished. Oh? And how exactly would you punish us? Every investigator under Shifu's command will work to disrupt your investigation. Vindicative much? Vindicatives. God, my brain. The counterpart to the Bobbly's butterfly is the Alabastrian flower, the butterfly and the flower. They're both lovely things. But can we interpret this to mean that Alabast provides honey to Babal? Francisca, can't you come up with a more meaningful or profound comment? Roasted. Very well then, let's see what kind of profound whatever you can come up with. Well, flowers cannot survive without the butterflies that spread their pollen. And butterflies cannot live without the flower the nectar provides. Or sorry, without the nectar the flowers provide. If either one were to disappear from that equation, neither would survive. How is that, Miss Swan Karma? Her explanation took so long I nearly fell asleep. Well, let's continue the investigation. Francisca, why can't you just admit I had something there? Because she doesn't think you did. Oh, yeah. The statue's been moved. The apparent joy on the ambassador's face? Wow, rude. That's not it. I was trying to point out that the statue in the photo is facing a different way. Oh, you're right. The statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or a secretariat-level person is allowed to handle it. The fact that the statue is facing one way in this photo, and now it's facing a completely different direction in this preserved crime scene, is proof that someone touched the statue around the time of the crime. Dun dun dun. Alright, is there anything... Whoops. Right, we wanted to... There was something with a spear here. The autograph. Larry, about this spear. Oh! Are you feeling it? Bam! I thought there was something strange about this spear. Tell me, Larry. Is it just me, or is the spear a bit bent? What? No way! It's exactly as it should be, yo! What a liar. I have here the autograph you wrote for me earlier. Now take a good look at this, which you drew with your own hands. You can see that the spear is clearly a different shape. Rest in peace, Larry. You pain in the butt. What do you have to say to that? I'm sorry! When I hold the spear in my hands, all of a sudden I feel super powerful and I broke it. And then during practice, I was spinning it around and around. Oh no. And bam! It hit the wall! You unbelievable! This is an embassy! You really spearheaded this investigation. Womp womp womp. But I've always been like that, ever since I was a kid. That doesn't help, Larry. One time, at band camp, I brought a fake sword and played with it late that night. I'm just a useless hot-blooded man. Larry, clarify that for me, will you? Okay, it was some field trip and I began to shadow fight with myself. Not that! I meant what you said about spinning the spear and hitting the wall. Oh, that. It's no biggie. It's not like I left a hole or anything. Press F to doubt. That's not what I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around would cause it to bend. Man, Edgy, you're so naive. Where did that come from? Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear. But it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You could hit it against practically anything and it would bend. Is that so? Bro really thought they were using steel props. Don't tell me you thought it was real. Oh, but don't take it the wrong way. I think that part of your personality is cute. That's probably the last thing he wants to hear. I see your friendship is truly something special, Miles Edgeworth. Ah, that's not friendship. It's utter humiliation. I guess that about wraps up my investigation. Still feeling ill? And yet another strange character comes out of the woodwork. And so the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Alabastian Embassy a visit. I believe I may need to speak with her as well. But for now, we'll wrap up here. This seems like a good spot. Dun 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 dun. Let's save. Do boop. Yay! Big stretch. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Yeah. All right, we're trudging our way through the case. The last case of the Ace Attorney games always tends to be quite long, but we got a good chunk of the way in. I will post up my schedule tonight. But because it is Unite and Fight season in Grand Blue, it's gonna be just be playing Grand Blue and chatting with you guys for most of the week. So if you like a lot of like yappy streams, like Zatsudons and stuff, there'll be lots of those this coming week. So enjoy. For now, let's see who I can send you guys to for raid. And also, before I forget, we're starting a new anime watch along. So here is the Discord, because that will be in about 3 hours. We'll be watching Red Data Girl, which is an older anime by PA Works. But I love it. I really loved that anime when I was younger, so I'm excited to rewatch it and show it to you guys. So for now, let us see where I can throw you guys. Perry is playing Monon. Perfect. Let's go see. Let's go see Perry. It'll be a first for you. Excellent. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, here's the raid message. Thank you again, Spooky and the Floofs, for the raid. I will see you guys around. And for now, that is gonna be it for me. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. Until next time, take care of yourself, wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!